notes, that's a mobby pass. More shots than karate class. I can hear the blues when the shotty blast. The whole block blowing horns, that's that Jackson jazz. You swing the blue notes, that's a mobby pass. More shots than karate class. I can hear the blues when the shotty blast. The whole block blowing horns, that's that Jackson jazz.
I told you guys, man, we coming with it, man. We nonstop. Yo, what's going on? This is VI. This is Factorz TV. And this is episode 40.
40?
E40.
40, man. What's going on, man? We're doing it real big right now, man.
We're doing it big, man. The consistency is everything, and I'm glad we're staying at it, man, like a bad habit. Shout out Converge, man. Converge Media is home. It's always been a blessing, man, to rock with the best in the Northwest when it comes to black media.
Of course.
Once again, this is episode 40. And we got a lot of things to talk about today, man. We got special guests today. We're in a new place, you know what I'm saying? We got a new dome right now, a new studio that is definitely a blessing to us, and we appreciate being invited here to record. We're usually, at our home studio at Converge, but now we're at
I ain't about to even slander it.
You can slander it?
Sankofa. Yeah, okay, Sankofa Theater. I wasn't, because I was close, but I wasn't there. Sankofa Theater.
And this has been designed, for us creatives, people who create
black spaces,
who want to whether it be anything from a fashion shoot to an art gallery or anything, to what we're doing now. Recording,
this place you can use at your disposal is for us, by us, and we need to take advantage, because real estate, when it comes to spaces to create, aren't really in abundance right now for us. So
so go on Instagram to Sankofa Theater, Sankofa. And if you get a chance on Instagram, go follow him. I just did, and tag him and everything that you maybe give him ideas of what to do, because we're going to create events and spaces here for people to come. Everything from fashion, it's just the culture, and we got to keep pushing it forward. And it's a place that supports black and brown. We don't have too many of those. That's in the heart of Seattle. That's in Seattle, within the city limits.
In Seattle, we don't have to leave. We don't have to pass through. I didn't realize we passed through so many cities. Yeah, you count 6 or 7 cities in a day getting back to Seattle. But we're in an adult space, and it's really, today it feels like a good day, a good time to be here. It feels like it's right on time. It's like it's supposed to be. We coming into the first topic, and that's one of the reasons why I feel like it's one of them days, and it's a great day, and I feel like we're supposed to be here because of Dvonne Pickett Jr. having the street that he came up on, his father came up on, his family was raised on and around. Named after him, which usually it would be 21st and Union Street, but now it's 21st and Dvonne Pickett Jr. Way. And to salute somebody with such a legacy, such a family base, and such a history in the CD is amazing. No, it's truly amazing. And if I'm being honest, it's rare, that happens for young black men peers, especially in Seattle. Do we have a grocery for William Bros?
We might. We have to.
We have to, but there's certain, pioneers, people who, trailblazers who don't have that, who have streets named after them. And for him to not only impact his, city, athletically, basketball, coaching, he also ran a business that affected, his neighborhood, where
postman,
he grew up, so it was dope to see his life come to. Even though it was a untimely demise, his life came to a culmination, where it wasn't in vain, so that was really dope to be a part of. His family, his mom, his sister, his wife, his kids, everybody out there, friends, family, the neighborhood. Deadlift Shrimp was out there, with his son.
Deadlift Shrimp was out there. His son played ball with Pick. A lot of great people. Shout out my boy Craig, Saint First Rider. He was one of the people who created the initiative to go to the legislation to get this passed, for it to be, a certain amount of time, and then voted on permanently if we can. Shout out to him. Shout out to the city of Seattle. Shout out to the mayor. Everybody who had a part in this, not just initiating it, but also supporting it and seeing it through. This is something I've never seen in my 35 years of being alive, being in Seattle, and losing a lot of people to these streets. We lose a lot of people, and nobody ever got their name on the street. And, we all talk about, you don't own this, and you doing this for that, and
dying for a street you don't own.
And this is the first time we get to see one of us in a good light displayed in the area that we call home. And it was emotional for me, man. It was dope. I just couldn't hold it back, man. It was like just seeing someone being enshrined in the highest of honors, coming from where we're from as African Americans from the inner city. So, once again, man, I want to give my love to the Pickett family. Shout out, man, everybody, even my bro who was down there reporting and, going live with everybody, getting interviews. It was just great energy, man, for real, for real.
No, yeah, great day. Loved everything about it. Like I said, I feel like today's a good day. Excuse me, the emotions just flowing. It was really a beautiful sight to see. Before we switch, I wanted to give a shout out to the CD, the South End, the West Side, North End, because everybody came out. Everybody came out, and that's the impact he had. We celebrated, him at Climate Pledge. His team, the Sea Panthers, we had our banquet at Lumen Field. It's been a extravagant year.
That was really nice.
It's really been beautiful. The city's really tuned in. All types of demographics have really poured into, the whole central area and Seattle. So I want to, really say thank you to everybody because it's really been beautiful. For a tough, loss, it's been a beautiful,
beautiful outcome because not just him having the street named after himself, but SU is also partnering with his family to create a scholarship at Seattle University, man. So it just shows you how great you can be, and what you do here right now is going to have effect on what happens when you're gone. And I also say, I miss you, bro. I love you. And we're gonna keep rocking, man.
Stop playing.
Push us, man. We're gonna keep staying. You know how we are, bro. You already know I love you for real, for real. And yeah.
Nah, man. So speaking of, another Seattle light, well, Busta, what it is right now. He was in the news. Well, he was in the news. Someone we know from Seattle. I don't know. What do you call it?
Man, listen, a woman from Seattle, and I was on a trip, seeing Busta Rhymes in the airport, and what happens? You usually go say, hey, try to get a picture, tap their shoulder. This woman decided to walk up behind Busta Rhymes and Grandma scoop a whole butt cheek. And he turned around and he baptized her. He doused her in the finest of liquor. And it started a lot of controversy because, of course, there are people saying, he had to do that. And then there's a lot of people who are saying that she's out of pocket. That's sexual harassment. If it's any other way. How do you feel about that situation, man?
At first, I'm not gonna lie, I watched it and I say, I know her and I've never seen anything outlandish like that. But at first I was like, she was really just trying to get his attention. He was walking by, trying to get his attention. And then, the next day, because I didn't post about it at all. Usually I post about everything. And I didn't post about it, man. I just let it go. Then the next day I rewatched the video and I saw her go for the tap, and then she backed up, with a mischievous grin, and it's clear as day. I'm like, she kind of meant to do that, And me advocating for men like I do, I didn't find it funny because, I still be in jail with no bail, the sexual harassment, like that's what it is, and that's what it should be called. But it's being turned into something else. She's trying to capitalize off of it. So I guess everybody wants their moment, 15 minutes of fame. And I'm not knocking it, but I just know as a man, I couldn't do that.
The principles and the rules, and we all laugh about it and we all think it's funny, but she's sexually harassing one. And that's just the bottom line. And very glad it was someone who just threw a drink on you. There's a lot of women saying that he could have ended up knocking her out. It's a dude. You don't know his preference. You know what he does. His life, you just run up on him and grab his butt.
Some people don't like the buns touch.
Man, buns is out for some people. So with that being said, she very glad she didn't keep a Ryu uppercut. And she just got doused, and like I said, in the finest of liquor because that was a lot, So shout out Keita for Platinum Plus.
Okay, get that money, honey. Don't be doing that.
Don't go to jail though. You don't want to register as a sex offender. That's not cool.
I don't know because that video, man, that video, I don't know. That looks like a judge might be like, hey, you can't do that.
You're doing a lot, man.
You can't do that. Yeah, that shocked me when that came out. I didn't even say nothing. I know her, I know the family, so I didn't want to speak on it too much. When I saw her face, the second time I was like, yeah, you know what you're doing.
Okay. Well, on to the next subject, man. They have projected Bronny James to go top 10 in the NBA draft. So how much do you think that has to do with lineage?
Don't get me started on that. And first we'll clear out the way. It's beautiful what D-Wade, LeBron do for their kids. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to pull them up. You're supposed to. We're also behind because we haven't had that where generations before us late.
It's called pork barreling.
Yeah. So I'm not knocking that, but he is not as good as publicized. I'm on record saying that. Facebook, Twitter, arguing with many fools across the nations. I'm from Seattle, Washington. I'm from where basketball is royalty. I've seen better. I've seen better over and over. Like I told him, I got 10 players right now who will give them hell in Metro, and they're like, who? And I named 3, and they're like, well, who else? It's like, I'm not going to find a list for you guys, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but he's, we saw him play Rotary in the summer, and it went from, he's the best, he can tear up, Metro, to, oh man, that was Rotary, so he has help. Nah, man, if he's that guy, he's that guy. And it's okay. His dad, he's living in that shadow where he can do stuff. He's athletic, he can play. But as far as what people be saying, where somebody say he could come here and run, Metro, like we don't got Jalen Stewart here, like we don't got Jacob Kofi here, like we have real deal ballers, man. And these dudes are 6'8", 6'9". Jacob's 6'10" and can move like nobody's business. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no way, So top 10 is strictly off his dad. Strictly off his dad. I feel that. Strictly like it's infuriating. Like there's young boys who work
and don't have that opportunity and
like
chance.
They work, So shout out to his dad for making sure his son is coming right behind him. I'm not knocking that at all, but there's young men who really grind and really got the talent. And top 10? Are you insane right now?
Yeah, it's on Sports Center.
I didn't know that.
No, he's projected top 10. That's a fact. He's in the top 10. He's the Orlando Magics. That's where he projected to go.
Bro, okay, I'm gonna let you go. How?
Huh? They're talking about trying to make him come out after.
Bro, I did not know this. I didn't even see this.
Yeah.
No, bro, I didn't see this. Bro, look it up, please.
Yeah, I'm glad we recorded this live. I love this. Google it right now, bro. I ain't gonna talk no.
There's no way, bro.
Bro, these are facts. Sports Center, ESPN said he's projected top 10
I'm infuriated.
to the Orlando Magics. So that's why I said it's a huge thing, because once again, we love for parents to put their kids in position, especially African Americans. We don't have that. Pork barrelings where you're in a position and you're grooming someone else for that and you're saving that spot for them. We don't have that a lot. So, I do acknowledge that. I love that. But then at the same time, it has a lot to do with stardom. It has a lot to do with who his dad is. It has a lot to do with his name. And, he has it like that. I ain't got it like that. So maybe I could be a hater from the outside looking in, or I could be somebody that understands that, we have that lineage. Yeah, you could snap a finger. You could call somebody, or somebody already calling you. Like, we just want him here for the notoriety. We just want him here for this or that. So, it's dope. I'm thankful that there are places and people that are African-American, Black, or whatever that can, help their kids and relatives come into positions and come into places and get money and help their family. But at the same time, like, I like being real with stuff. And I haven't seen top 10. We're talking about top 10 in a draft where there's probably 1,000 people going to try to get drafted. I mean, it's people we ain't seen yet.
Late first round, early second round, maybe. Like
Melo Ball.
He's not even good as Nate Robb was in high school now. And Nate Robb in college, after college, he went what? Did Nate Robb go
26 or 27? Like to Phoenix?
I don't remember, but like, come on now. Like, there's so many players I watched go before. I'm from Seattle, and they be like, "Oh, you're tripping, bro." No, I'm like, I've seen so many players in it. Zach plays in the league right now. Like, what are you guys talking about? You know? So top 10, I don't see it.
Well, we're gonna take a break, and when we get back to it, we have a special guest with us. She's gonna break down her motivation for not only opening and running in this theater, but behind the passion that's for the culture, because she's just trying to do it for FUBU, like for us by us.
Garfield Bulldogs, we impact the country at a high rate. every industry we impact every industry.
About Garfield, but it's the greatest.
We impact every industry at a high capacity, and I just want to say that.
We'll be back. Factorz TV.
What's up, everybody? Trey Holiday here, and I'm so excited that Converge Media is doing a Black History Month takeover at the iconic Sankofa Theater. That's right, we're going to be looking back to look forward in this amazing space as we curate our own segments of Black history with our friends there at Sankofa Theater. Shout out to our partners, Friends of Waterfront Seattle, the Elite Collective, and the Vita Agency for joining us on this amazing journey. Of course, the whole Converge family is going to be in the building February 20th through the 24th. Y'all do not want to miss these segments. Join us, and can't wait to see you there.
COVID-19 hurt my income, my health, and my family. We were about to lose our home when we heard we might be eligible for homeowner assistance funds from the government. We called 1-877-894-HOME, and a housing counselor stepped in, talked to our lender, and saved our home. Federal funding details at washingtonhalf.org. That's washingtonhaf.org.
This winter, Seattle Opera presents the world premiere of 1,000 Splendid Suns. Based on the best-selling novel by Khaled Hosseini, this new opera tells the breathtaking story of two Afghan women brought together under the brutal Taliban rule. There has never been a more important time for this story to be on stage. Make this world premiere part of your plans today. Don't miss 1,000 Splendid Suns, February 25th through March 11th at McCall Hall. Details at seattleopera.org.
What's up, everybody? You know, me and Besa, my girl, we had to pull up to Market Street Shoes once again, y'all.
And you know, we do this every season. We have to get the new shoes, the new boots, and this time I even got a coat.
Yeah, no, you did walk in without a coat.
I really
I'm glad you found one. But their boots were on point.
Yes, the boots, the bags. I even grabbed a flannel.
Yeah, you did. You know, and I was able to get some hats and everything. I was really impressed.
And you know I was impressed because, of course, I got those white boots that you guys see me wearing everywhere these days.
Yeah, no, I look at your white boots and I'm like, darn it, they only have one pair. Me and Basa wear the same size. Of course, every time we walk out with several bags in hand.
Several bags and sometimes even a backpack, you guys. Make sure you check out Market Street Shoes.
Yeah, please check them out. Where they go, Basa?
Ooh, 2232 Northwest Market Street, Seattle, Washington.
Welcome back. It's really, and we have a special guest today. I told you we're in a special place. We have Teme wokoma.
Wokoma.
Teme wokoma. She is a director, owner, operator, everything, right?
Sankofa
Theater.
Yeah, you're on the right train.
Okay, yeah. I'm just trying to make sure I get it right because you're a boss and you're creating something amazing. It's my first time here, and I already came in. As soon as I came in, it was just like 4 different ideas popped in my head. Like, okay, yeah, this is it. I'm going to give you your space to talk about what's going on, but I'm very excited to be here, and I'm very thankful to be in your presence because this is boss. If you know, this is boss. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. And I'm just honored to have you guys on the show. Like we spoke right before we got on, and we know each other from the community and just doing our thing and just figuring it out and trying this and trying that. And so to have you guys in here is like, I just could have never pieced it together coming up as kids that it would happen like this. So I'm just like, wow, like, thank you, God. First, thank God. I've been thanking God all week because Converge being in the space, you guys being in the space, the whole crew is amazing. But to answer your question, since we are on your show, yes, my name is Teme wokoma. I'm just an all-around creative, licensed cosmetologist with the emphasis in special effects, makeup, and natural hair. But I'm also a performer. Got my legs in the community through programs through Langston and just different community groups. I was on the show with Trey earlier this week, and I was talking about Team iPod, and I was talking about Nutty Boy, and I was talking about
cultural stuff. This is
and I'm just like, this is real Seattle history, even though we just thought we were just doing stuff. We were really creating culture and keeping it going, cultivating it, and that's one thing. Like you said, we never thought at that time we would be here, not only talking about this, but being gatekeepers naturally, because in Seattle it's rare to not only be Black but be from here and be pushing our agenda. And this right here, man, I'm so mad I figured late about it because there's so many opportunities, so many things I can think about. That you're not late, you're on time.
Oh, am I right?
You are on time.
Okay,
you are on time.
Thank you very much.
Everything in this space, and just to talk a little bit more about the Sankofa Theater, everything in this space, I really have curated to be intentional. I want people to come in this space and feel at home, and I also want them to not rush their arrival. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of time in Seattle, we kind of the rush to crush, you know what I'm saying? And we're like, ooh, I'm filthy, ooh, 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 ooh. And then we like get too juiced a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just like riding the wave and really like trying to figure out if this is for us and if this is what we're going to do. And so for me, that's one of the reasons why you probably heard about it just now, is because I really wanted to prove to myself that, hey, like, not only am I going to do this thing, but I'm going to make sure that it is a staple in this community. Because when I do look back on all those experiences, and you promoting that, they all promoting that clubs, me promoting that clubs, like teenagers, like what were we doing? Like,
there wasn't no manual, with no blueprint, nobody left footsteps. We was wild.
It was just, are you hyphy?
Yeah. Are you hyphy, man? Listen, man, like these.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, good times,
man.
You know?
Listen, man.
But I look back on those experiences and they're invaluable to me now, because
Priceless.
I'm like, dang, like that was skin in the game and I didn't even know, you know what I'm saying? Crews rolling around just like creating their signature, creating their mark. Because back then everybody had their own thing, you know, nobody was trying to swagger jack or trying to be trendy. Everybody was just trying to make sure that, hey, when I come up with this spot, this is how I do it. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna know it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna feel it, you're gonna smell it. So I'm just like, wow, Seattle's so dope. And then I am a creative director. This theater is under my production company. I finally took the leap and said, hey, I'm gonna like make this a real thing. Got, you know, my business license. Shortly after I got my business license, this opportunity opened up.
Nice.
So that was just like God, just like, okay,
it's perfect time.
You ready?
So you're arriving. Like, talking about arriving in timing.
You ready? You ready? Okay, cool. So I was, you know, just naturally around creative individuals who encouraged that and who was like, hey, we're down, let's do this. And then I started to think of folks like you and just folks like in the community that I know who are still with it. You know what I'm saying? Just to hopefully align myself to a moment like this. But I am a performer, so I'm a professional dancer. I've worked with, you know, Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. I've worked with Jason. He's a director too.
Yep.
He does a lot of stuff. He does commercial work, and he's actually, shout out to Jason. I have to give him a moment.
I know Jason.
Shout out to Jason.
There's a lot of work. I got you.
Oh wow, wardrobe malfunction. It's true though. I'm professional.
It's better than
shout out to Jason.
A lot of stuff.
I could say Jason and Anna and really the Macklemore team, Amir, all them guys over there. All them guys over there have really believed in me. You know what I'm saying? Because they saw me do community stuff. They saw me do community competitions and booked me. You know what I'm saying? And was like, oh, yeah, we're going to bring you along. And so now that I've done professional work with, like I said, Macklemore, I mentioned, you know, Coachella with Lizzo. That was incredible. I had never been to Coachella. Man. That was my first time going to Coachella, and I was on the stage, and I was like,
talking about real stuff, man. Listen, this is a boss right here. You guys got to realize that, like, we're not talking about stuff that's just, you know, we take care of our community. We're about our community, but everything we're doing, it takes us abroad in other places. And come on, man, we're on stages in Coachella. You know what I'm saying? We're working with big production with Macklemore. Come on, man.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I wanted to, I moved around a lot, and I tell the story all the time. I moved around a lot, but I'm like, nobody's like Seattle. Nothing's like Seattle. And every place I went to, people are like always leaning into me, like, where is this? I remember I moved to North Carolina right after high school, and I was gigging, and people were like, she's dancing different than everybody else here. I had made money by the end. Like, people were throwing money at me. I was like, what? My friends are showing me videos. They're like, girl, the whole party just stopped because they were like, where is she from? Where is she from?
Listen.
And I had only one homegirl from Seattle. She was like, 206, 206. Like, this is how we do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wow, that was my first moment where I'm like, oh, something special about Seattle.
We got something special. I tell people that we do.
And people were just shocked that I was from Seattle. They were like, no way, not Starbucks Seattle. And I'm like, yes, Starbucks Seattle.
Microsoft, huh? You guys have range a lot. That's
exactly.
Oh, me and Ronel's
like a Valley girl, but girl,
yeah,
our parties
go crazy.
Okay,
man.
like gigs. I think you should know about the culture.
Me and Ronnel moved to Atlanta in 8th grade, so we left African American Academy in 7th grade.
AAA.
And listen, in Magnolia though, we was at the one in Magnolia.
Shout out to AAA.
So we moved down there. And when we got down to Atlanta, they had culture, of course. You know, it was you know, I'm older, so it was like it was like 99, 2000 millennium. So we seen a lot, but they were like, as much as we were excited to see them and their culture and embrace them, they was like excited about us and how we dance and how we talk in the lingo. And then I had people from DC, you know, Young, hey, say that, Young, say it again, Young. Yeah, say it again, Young. You know what I'm saying?
They say hella.
Yeah, exactly. Filthy. Oh, is it dirty? No, it's not.
No.
So I love it though.
So you get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I lived in Georgia, you know. I lived in these places where I'm like, whoa, like, okay, something's about Seattle. And then again, like I said, my community has uplifted me. And so I feel like I owe my community. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I get a win, I need to come home. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and
real.
do something equally as dope.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Real.
Like that's my mindset. Like, you know, and I'm so that's what led me to the Sankofa Theater. That's why I was like, okay, I was in LA. I was doing my thing. I was going to school to get accredited in special effects makeup, which was like a super dream for me.
Yeah.
As a makeup artist, because like I'm a theater kid, so I'm super geeky. Like I want to perform, but I also want to do the makeup, but I also want to do the hair, but I also want to do the creative directing, and I also want to be a PA, and I also want to.
He's gonna put every hat on. Okay?
And I'm just like, calm down. But just like, you know, starting things and then giving myself time to grow in them. I'm glad I did that. So when I come home and I have come home, I could do something like this and meet up with people like you and say, let's do a show. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out. And let's really big up Seattle, because one thing about Seattle is we complain a lot like, oh, no one comes to Seattle. We don't get all the, you know, tours, you know, where we get artists, or we don't have big festivals like other people like Essence Fest or, you know, Summer Jam in New York versus Summer Jam in Seattle. You know, it's like we do all this complaining, but we don't put enough effort in uplifting each other. When someone is doing something dope or someone's doing something big, we kind of silently watch. Yeah. And so I'm just like, I want to be.
That's why I don't like using that word, but that's what it is. It's love is free, support is free. Now there's things you don't believe in. I respect that. Everybody has boundaries, but you know, just looking the other way when your vote counts, when your support counts. It matters a lot, you know. Even a share, it could be free stuff, you know. They don't have to be spending money, you know.
A comment on someone's, you know, content because you know that they're, you know, working on being an influencer. You know, they're working on building their business. You know what I'm saying? Just anything, you know what I'm saying? And I just always been naturally a bubbly type of person. I've always been like, hey,
for sure, you always,
you know, I've always rode with a crew. You know what I'm saying? I might switch my crew because I grow. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying, like, I've always been like, let the more people on this, it's about to jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the math. The math is mathing, you know what I'm saying? And I saw that with Elijah, who will be coming on the show as well, when we did just all the stuff with Africatown and being part of the conception of King County Equity Now and doing all those events in the pandemic. And it really just be like go time. There was no blueprint to what we were doing. We just knew, hey, I know this person, I'm gonna call them. I know that person, I'm gonna call them. Can we meet up on the same day in the same place to do this thing? You know, and then like all these people showed up. I was even overwhelmed because we're in 2020 where gentrification hit our neighborhood like crack in the 80s. You know what I'm saying?
Took it by storm,
heavy.
Man.
Everybody's having withdrawals. Yeah. Everybody's missing each other. Everybody's like, I was actually having panic attacks, which is what really prompted me to leave Seattle, which I think is really important to say. I was having panic attacks because my neighborhood was under attack.
It was under attack.
I could not walk down the street without hyperventilating about everybody I knew not being there. Excuse me.
It's changing. No, this is talk. When you're raised from the inner city, and everybody thought it only affected the city, it affected the city, the South End. You see places where we created memories and we have history and we have those pillars, and now they're gone. It's not just gone with traces of it. They're erasing history.
It's obliterated.
They're getting rid of history and everything. And that's why there's a lot that we could talk about that, because it's real. And I get deep into that because you condemned us to a place and then you take it from us. And we're going to get on that another topic.
Yeah, we can do that. That's another show.
Because I'm doing that too. But before we do get out of here, I just want you to, you know, speak on the theater, how to get in contact, what you're open to do, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, we can definitely do our thing.
We're close together.
Oh, this is real. This is real. I love it. This is real and raw.
Together.
Yeah, I love it.
You can find us at Sankofa Theater, SEA.com. And from there, it really has everything that we have to offer at this moment. You can get to know our board. You can see what our rentals look like. You can email us. You can see photos. You can see what we've done before. Instagram is the Sankofa Theater. And again, it's more visual with what we've done and who we're collaborating with. So you can just kind of get a feel of what's going on in the theater. I think a lot of people think, oh, it's either a movie theater, which I've heard a lot, or they think it's just strictly theater, like Broadway theater, drama theater, which again, I get it because I'm a theater kid, but it's an eclectic space. So the Sankofa Theater is an eclectic space to uplift Black brilliance. Yeah. So we have parties, we have fashion shows, we have workshops, we have panels, we have meet and greet, event planning, we have all types of things. And so my campaign is, what can we create together? Quite literally, you know what I'm saying? Because anything that I do, I put 100%.
As you should.
So, yeah.
As you should.
Thank you guys so much.
No, for sure. No, I appreciate you. Like, you don't understand, like, this is, for us, this is amazing for me. So I want to thank you for allowing us here, not only converge with me and my brother. You already know the Seattle culture, man, we love it. We want to keep it alive. We thank you for your contribution. And also, before we go, you guys got to see what happens with stuff like that. You know, gentrification is real. There's a lot of genocides against Black people, whether it's war on drugs, school to prison pipeline, Jim Crow, slavery, redlining. We can keep going. So think about that and how it's affected us mentally as a community and as a people before you start judging and saying what we don't need. Pay what you owe. For real, for real.
Pay the fee.
Hello.
Pay the fee.
And so once again, thank you very much. This is Factorz TV. We're going to be back at it right after this break.
What up, y'all? T-Dub here, as always, bringing you the news and art funding and opportunities. This year's For Culture Project grants are live now, and here's what you need to know to apply. For Culture Project grants fund cultural activities and projects throughout King County. If you are an individual or group with arts, heritage, or preservation at its core, then this funding is for you. And if you're new to the grant application process, For Culture hosts virtual workshops and has a team of grant managers ready to assist you in the process. The deadline to apply is March 23rd. Head over to forculture.org for more.
What's up, everybody? Trey Holiday here, and I'm so excited that Converge Media is doing a Black History Month takeover at the iconic Sankofa Theater. That's right, we're going to be looking back to look forward in this amazing space as we curate our own segments of Black history with our friends there at Sankofa Theater. Shout out to our partners, Friends of Waterfront Seattle, the Elite Collective, and the Vita Agency for joining us on this amazing journey. Of course, the whole Converge family is going to be in the building February 20th through the 24th. Y'all do not want to miss these segments. Join us and can't wait to see you there. What's up, everybody? You know, me and Besa, my girl, we had to pull up to Market Street Shoes once again, y'all.
And you know, we do this every season. We have to get the new shoes, the new boots, and this time I even got a coat.
Yeah, no, you did walk in without a coat.
I really
I'm glad you found one. But their boots were on point.
Yes, the boots, the bags. I even grabbed a flannel.
Yeah, you did. You know, and I was able to get some hats and everything. I was really impressed.
And you know I was impressed because, of course, I got those white boots that you guys see me wearing everywhere these days.
Yeah, no, I look at your white boots and I'm like, darn it, they only have one pair. Me and Basa wear the same size. Of course, every time we walk out with several bags in hand.
Several bags and sometimes even a backpack, you guys. Make sure you check out Market Street Shoes.
Yeah, please check them out. Where they go, Basa?
Ooh, 2232 Northwest Market Street, Seattle, Washington.
Yo, it's VI.
And
we're back after break, man, having a great talk, man, with my girl, man. I'm very thankful for this episode, man. That was great energy, man.
That's dope. Great energy.
Bosses,
great vibes.
man. I love
it smells excellent in here.
It smells excellent.
Big Kurt Dog.
I love talking to bosses, man, especially boss women, man. It's nothing like it. Where we come from, man? What we doing?
Black History, the month, when it's really the year.
The year, man.
The decade,
365. 365, man. We are owed way more than a month. We're owed way more than they can even give. But a month is not it, and the shortest month is not it either. It's just a backhanded compliment.
Give them a month. Give them the shortest month.
Yeah, give them the shortest one.
Make sure it's be right.
Them Negroes will be A-okay.
Nah. I feel like it's all year, you know, especially to us, I know other people will be like, that's pompous or arrogant, but to us, we're steadily learning who you are. Like this stuff I'm learning who I am as a black man as far as my lineage goes. Who I'm a black man is what we've done, things that have been covered up, you know what I'm saying? So I think it is year round because you want your children to know who you are, who they are, where they come from, what to look forward to, you know what I'm saying? Like a whole bunch of things that's been cut out. There's a missing piece in our history, in a lot of people's history. There's missing pieces, So I think, Black history it is more than a month to us, but as far as for everybody, I don't think it should be just put to a month. And I've seen many people talk about that, but I think it should just be something that, we dwell in regardless, because it's us, because we're reconditioning. You can't recondition if we don't know what the hell's going on, So
no, yeah, and that's real. I totally agree. I also feel like there's enough inventions, there's enough situations, there's enough world crisis that we're part of fixing and helping fix stuff and save stuff that where you could say something every day of the year for Black history. There's a time where there's schools in Florida and they're getting rid of curriculum that has to do with teaching about slavery or teaching about Black
critical race
history.
Theory.
And it's starting to become a problem because they're going to the courts with it, and we're winning because Black history is U.S. history.
Yeah,
it really is. You can't have U.S. history without Black people in it. You would never have it. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't happen. So I think that is a backhanded compliment. We celebrate it. We speak life into it for a month, and then we forget about it while there's a whole year of great things that we can talk about and great things that do happen.
Yeah, and things that we have to keep alive. There's, the thing is them trying to cut critical race theory. We spent so many years, decades in schools teaching the hard stuff. We always seen slavery, always seen, segregation. But there's certain instances we don't know about, like people don't know who Henrietta Lacks is. And, they basically robbed her of her immune system and her blood, DNA. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And, develop different, things. And there's certain situations like Oscarville, where there's a town flourishing Black people where it was, they were pushed out and then it was flooded to make Lake Lanier. There's so many things that so many people don't know. And that's happened Central Park, New York, Vansport, Oregon, I believe, like so many places where there were thriving Black towns and, they were washed out. But that's why we need, to talk about these things more than 28 days out the year, 30 days out the year.
No, that's real. I agree with you, man. And on to the next, man. Your guy, Gay, man. You said it was going to happen, man. And they didn't double back on him.
Yeah, I wore these just because of that. You can't. First of all, Ivy Park, they projected Beyonce, Adidas projected her to make $250 million. They made around 40. They got rid of Ye, but they're doing the math now. They're like, they have stock, they have supplies of material, and they know what they were gonna make. Like that's what they were banking on. So now that it's a billion, or so that's gonna come in. It's like, hey, you want to come? Let's talk about this. Let's see what we can do. They said the new deal is supposed to offer more, you know what I'm saying? So I just laughed at it, because, they froze his accounts. Everybody, love to see somebody lose, no matter what you feel about. I hate seeing people lose. I don't want to see anybody go down. That's just me though. I don't care who you are or what you do, because I've been there and I know what that's like. It's not a beautiful thing at all. So when people, were cheering on, they froze his accounts. He went from billionaire to, he's only worth $400 million now. You sound ignorant. Yeah, nickels. So, the fact that, it's coming out that, they're going to make losses, they're doing their quarterly things and they're going to make losses and they know they need to bring them back on. It's a win for me and all of us just because they had to do it publicly. There's so many things that go through, under the radar, they had to come out like, man, basically without saying we need this guy. Yeah. So, that was like a little win for me. Because I feel like it was ugly how they, do how they do it when they want to do you.
They throw you under the bus and make you the bad guy, and then slowly will try to unsmear when they need you, but they will never clear your name like they dirtied it.
Yeah. So that's why I want to speak about that, because that was just big to me. Because they'll shit on you in front of everybody. And the whole time, they really needed you. You're like, news just hit. But they've been in my offices since they got rid of them. You know what I'm saying? Sweating. Like the news, that's why if Pharrell came back on to try and push Adidas, they try, put some more stuff behind, get some celebrities behind Beyonce's Ivy Park. But, as soon as they did that, they had to get, down to business, because that's what? That's a percentage of the business, you know, contributions
entirely.
Yeah, you know,
not just
profit.
his shoe section, but the whole company as a whole.
Yeah, so you know, that's why I want to speak on that. But you know, anything else you want to talk about?
No, I'm just excited. Today was a good day. Shout out Dvonne, man. I miss you, bro. Love you. Shout out Converge for covering it. Shout out to Mayor Bruce. Shout out my boy Craig saying he helped push the agenda and get the legislation to vote on naming the street temporarily. Just give it to be motivation for us to keep going and pushing for our dreams and leaving a mark when we leave here, because that's what we're doing. We're doing things in this lifetime to hopefully carry to the next, but also leave an impact that's positive, not just for our loved ones, but for anyone who came into contact with us.
Yeah, that was a dope day. You know, shout out to my brother, miss him and love him. I feel like it's episode 40. You know, it was good.
It's 40. You know? It's episode 40.
Be safe out there. It's, you know, a little bit of snow flurries coming down.
It's cold as hell too.
It's freezing, but as far as, you know, everybody loses their mind. It's snowing. My birthday's in March, and it snowed 15 or 16 birthdays of my life.
It's still winter time, man. You guys are getting it twisted because
it's snowing. It's still winter. Like, come on. You guys go to school or not? Jesus Christ,
man. Let's get up out of here, man.
All right, man. It's episode 40, man. It's VI.
It's Factorz TV.
Is
we
it?
Out.
All right,
man.
When the blue notes, that's a mobby pass. More chops than karate class. I can hear the blues when the shotty blast. The whole block blowing horns, that's that Jackson jazz. Swing the blue notes, that's a mobby pass. More chops than karate class. I can hear the blues when the shotty blast. The whole block blowing horns, that's that Jackson jazz.
I told you guys, man, we coming with it, man. We nonstop.